Dawn breaks slowly over the wild places of the planet. The golden light of the sun spills over wind-sculpted deserts, life-filled tropical rainforests, and coral reefs that glow beneath tropical seas. At first glance, Earth appears calm, almost peaceful. Vast landscapes stretch in every direction, home to creatures that graze, hunt, and survive in rhythms that have repeated for millions of years. But beneath this tranquil surface lies a hidden arsenal. Across every continent and ocean, countless animals carry weapons not of teeth or claws, but of chemistry. Invisible molecules capable of paralyzing nerves, stopping hearts, or dissolving tissues in a matter of moments, the most precise and efficient instruments of survival in evolution. In the scorching sands of the desert, a shadow moves beneath the surface. A scorpion emerges from its burrow at nightfall, its curved tail arching high over its body. With a movement faster than a blink, the stinger strikes. A drop of venom enters its prey, an intricate cocktail of toxins designed to overwhelm the nervous system in seconds. Thousands of kilometers away, deep in a tropical rainforest, bright colors flash against emerald leaves. A small frog clings to the bark of a tree, no larger than a coin. Its skin glows with impossible shades of yellow, blue, and crimson. To predators, these colors are a warning written in nature's most vivid ink. The frog's skin contains powerful poisons, enough in some species to kill dozens of animals many times larger than itself. Beneath the waves of a coral reef, danger moves with silent elegance. A jellyfish pulses through the water, its translucent body trailing long, delicate tentacles. They appear fragile, almost ghostly, but hidden within them are thousands of microscopic harpoons called nematocysts, each capable of firing a toxin strong enough to stop muscles, nerves, and even the human heart. This is the strange world of toxic life. In nature, scientists make an important distinction. Venom and poison are not exactly the same. Venom is delivered actively through fangs, stingers, or spines that are injected into a victim. Poison, on the other hand, is absorbed through contact or ingestion, lurking in the skin or within tissues like a silent trap. Yet both represent the same extraordinary strategy, survival through chemistry. For many creatures, venom and poison are the great equalizers. Animals that are small, fragile, or slow can defend themselves or subdue prey many times larger. A single drop of toxin can contain thousands of specialized molecules, each evolved over millions of years to attack the body with terrifying precision. Across deserts, jungles, and oceans, evolution has perfected these biochemical weapons into forms both beautiful and deadly. And in the hidden corners of this living planet, the masters of venom wait, silent, patient, and perfectly adapted to their world. Across land, sea, and forest canopy, evolution has armed countless creatures with chemical weapons invisible to the eye, but devastating in their effect. Welcome to the world of the most venomous creatures on Earth. In the natural world, survival rarely favors the biggest or the strongest. More often, it rewards efficiency. Over millions of years, evolution has produced one of its most remarkable inventions, venom. A biochemical weapon so precise, so effective, that even the smallest creature can dominate animals many times larger than itself. At first glance, venom and poison may seem the same. Both are toxins capable of causing harm, but in biology, the difference is important. Venom is delivered. It is injected through specialized tools, fangs, stingers, spines, or microscopic harpoons. A snake bites, a scorpion strikes. A spider pierces its prey with needle-like fangs. Poison, on the other hand, is passive. It does not attack. Instead, it waits. Predators are poisoned when they touch or consume the animal. Many frogs, insects, and marine creatures carry toxins in their skin or tissues, turning their own bodies into dangerous traps. Both strategies rely on the same fundamental principle: chemistry as a weapon. Within venom lies a complex cocktail of molecules, each designed to interfere with the body in a specific way. Scientists who study venom have discovered thousands of different toxins, many of them more powerful than substances humans could design. Some venoms attack the nervous system. These are known as neurotoxins. They disrupt the electrical signals that allow nerves and muscles to communicate. When a neurotoxic venom enters the bloodstream, it can paralyze muscles in a matter of moments. Breathing stops, movement ceases. The prey is left defenseless. Other venoms act in a far more destructive way. Cytotoxins attack the body's cells directly, breaking down tissues at the site of the bite or sting. Flesh begins to die, allowing predators like certain snakes to track and consume their weakened prey later. Then there are hemotoxins, venoms that attack the blood itself. These toxins interfere with clotting, destroy blood vessels, and cause massive internal damage. For prey animals, the effects can be catastrophic. Each of these types of venom evolved with a purpose. For predators, venom allows them to hunt animals they could never physically overpower. A spider that weighs only a few grams can immobilize a struggling insect many times larger than itself. A snake can strike once and retreat, waiting while the venom does the work. Venom is also a powerful defense. When threatened, animals like scorpions or venomous fish can deliver painful or dangerous stings that discourage predators from attacking again. In some species, venom even begins the process of digestion. Certain toxins break down tissues and proteins, turning prey into a meal that is easier to consume. What is remarkable is that many venomous animals are not large, aggressive predators. Quite the opposite. They are often small and delicate creatures living in a dangerous world. Without claws, speed, or physical strength, venom becomes their great equalizer, a precise and microscopic weapon capable of stopping an enemy instantly. Across Earth's ecosystems, from sun-scorched deserts to dense tropical forests and the silent depths of the ocean, this chemical strategy has appeared again and again. Different species, separated by millions of years of evolution, arriving at the same solution. Because when survival is at stake, nature rewards the most efficient design. From deserts to tropical rainforests, evolution has refined venom into one of nature's most effective survival strategies. Deep in the humid forests of South and Southeast Asia, the jungle is rarely silent. Cicadas scream from the canopy, leaves tremble with the movement of hidden animals. Beneath tangled roots and dense undergrowth, life moves cautiously, because somewhere in these shadows lives a snake unlike any other. The forest floor stirs. A long, dark shape glides between fallen leaves, almost invisible against the mottled earth. Slowly, deliberately, the creature raises the front part of its body high above the ground. Its ribs expand outward, stretching loose skin into a wide and unmistakable hood. The ruler of venomous snakes has revealed itself. The king cobra is the largest venomous snake on Earth. Fully grown individuals can reach lengths of more than 5 meters, longer than a small car. Yet, despite its immense size, the king cobra moves with astonishing grace, gliding through the jungle like a living ribbon of muscle and instinct. Its gaze is steady, alert. Unlike many snakes, the king cobra possesses unusually sharp vision and an active, exploratory intelligence. It lifts its head high, scanning the forest floor, as if inspecting a kingdom that belongs solely to it. But what makes this snake truly remarkable is its diet. Most snakes hunt rodents, birds, or lizards. The king cobra, however, specializes in a far more dangerous prey: other snakes. Its scientific name, Ophiophagus, literally means snake eater. And the king cobra lives up to this title with relentless efficiency. When it encounters another snake, whether a harmless rat snake or a highly venomous rival, the hunt begins. The attack is sudden. In a fraction of a second, the cobra lunges forward, its fangs penetrating deeply into its prey. Through those hollow fangs flows a potent, neurotoxic venom, a sophisticated chemical weapon designed to paralyze the nervous system. Nerves carry electrical signals that control movement, breathing, and the beating of the heart. Neurotoxins disrupt these signals, blocking communication between nerves and muscles. Within moments, the prey's body begins to fail. Muscles weaken. Breathing slows. Paralysis spreads. The victim is left defenseless. Unlike many venomous snakes that strike and retreat, the king cobra often holds on, delivering enough venom to ensure its prey cannot escape. Even other snakes, creatures already adapted to venom, rarely survive the encounter. Yet despite its lethal capabilities, the king cobra is not an indiscriminate killer. In fact, it shows behaviors rarely observed in reptiles. During the breeding season, the female builds a nest from leaves and forest debris, carefully piling vegetation into a mound. She then guards the nest fiercely, remaining nearby for weeks until the eggs hatch. Among snakes, this level of parental care is extraordinarily rare. Territorial and alert, the king cobra commands respect from every creature that crosses its path. And when it feels threatened, it delivers one of the most dramatic displays in the animal kingdom. The snake rises, higher and higher, lifting nearly a third of its body off the ground. The hood spreads wide, dark eyes fix on the intruder. For a moment, the jungle seems to hold its breath. A shadow given form, a warning written in living muscle. In the forests of Asia, this imposing serpent reigns as the undisputed monarch of venomous reptiles. But the king cobra is only one chapter in a much larger story, because across the deserts, forests, and oceans of the world, countless creatures have developed their own versions of nature's chemical weapons. And among reptiles, many more masters of venom still wait in the shadows. As the sun sinks below the horizon, the desert undergoes a transformation. The brutal heat of the day fades into a cold, silent night. The wind sweeps across endless dunes, carrying grains of sand that whisper across the arid ground. At first glance, the landscape appears empty, lifeless beneath the pale glow of the stars. But the desert is far from silent. Beneath rocks, within cracks in the earth, and buried just beneath the sand, predators begin to emerge. Creatures perfectly adapted to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Among them is one of the desert's most feared hunters, the Deathstalker. Small, pale, and deceptively fragile in appearance, The Deathstalker scorpion measures only a few centimeters in length. Yet within its slender tail lies one of the most potent venoms among scorpions. As darkness deepens, the scorpion goes out to hunt. Its body glides over the sand with deliberate precision. 8 delicate legs move silently across the desert floor, guided not by sight, but by an extraordinary sensitivity to vibrations. Tiny sensory hairs along its legs can detect the slightest tremor, a beetle walking nearby, a cricket rubbing its wings, or the subtle movement of prey beneath the sand. In the desert, nothing moves unnoticed. Suddenly, the scorpion stops. A vibration runs through the ground. In an instant, the curved tail arches over its body like a drawn spear. The stinger strikes down with astonishing speed, piercing the exoskeleton of its prey. A drop of venom is released, and within seconds the struggling insect begins to weaken. The Deathstalker's venom is a powerful neurotoxin. Once inside the body, it attacks the nervous system, disrupting the electrical signals that control muscles and movement. For small prey, the effect is immediate. Paralysis arrives quickly, turning a struggling victim into an easy meal. For humans, a sting from this scorpion is rarely fatal in healthy adults, but the pain can be intense, spreading through the body like fire in the veins. Victims often experience severe burning sensations, muscle spasms, and swelling. For children, the elderly, or those with compromised health, the danger can be far more serious. Yet even within this venom there is something remarkable. Scientists studying the toxins of the Deathstalker have discovered molecules with unexpected potential. Certain components of the venom appear capable of binding specifically to cancer cells, helping researchers identify and target tumors with remarkable precision. In laboratories around the world, these small desert predators could one day contribute to advances in medical treatments. It is a reminder of one of nature's great paradoxes. The same substances that evolved to immobilize prey may also hold the key to curing human diseases. Under ultraviolet light, the desert reveals another strange secret. Scorpions glow with an eerie bluish-green fluorescence, their bodies shining like ghostly lanterns in the darkness. The exact reason for this luminous phenomenon remains one of the persistent mysteries of arthropod biology. Across the sands, dozens of these glowing hunters roam the night. Silent, patient, perfectly adapted. But while scorpions strike with stingers, another group of predators has developed a different method of delivering venom, one that relies on stealth, fangs, and lightning precision. In deserts, forests, and even human homes, the world of spiders waits to reveal its own lethal innovations. Night falls quickly in the tropical forests of South America. The dense canopy blocks the fading light, and shadows engulf the forest floor long before the sun disappears beyond the horizon. As darkness spreads, the forest transforms. Diurnal birds fall silent, and a new generation of hunters begins to stir. Among the fallen leaves and tangled roots, a predator emerges. It does not weave elaborate webs among the branches. It does not wait patiently for prey to become trapped in silken snares. This spider hunts. The Brazilian wandering spider moves across the forest floor with silent confidence. Its long legs carry it through layers of damp leaves, over tree roots, and beneath low vegetation. Every movement is deliberate, each step guided by sensitive hairs that detect even the slightest nearby motion. Unlike many spiders that remain hidden in their webs, The wandering spider lives up to its name. It roams the forest at night, actively searching for prey. Insects, small amphibians, and even tiny vertebrates can fall victim to this tireless hunter. But it is not only the spider's behavior that has earned it a fearsome reputation. Within its fangs lies one of the most potent venoms among spiders worldwide. When threatened or when prey is within reach, the wandering spider can strike with astonishing speed. Its fangs pierce the victim's body, injecting a complex neurotoxic venom designed to overwhelm the nervous system. Neurotoxins interfere with the electrical signals that control muscles and nerves. Once the venom enters the bloodstream, these signals begin to fail. Muscles contract uncontrollably, coordination collapses, and paralysis may follow. For small prey, the effects are swift and decisive. However, despite its dangerous capabilities, the wandering spider is not naturally aggressive toward humans. Like most venomous animals, it prefers to avoid confrontation. But when cornered, it displays one of the most dramatic defensive postures in the spider world. The spider rises up. Its front legs lift into the air, exposing large fangs beneath its body. In this position, it suddenly appears larger, more threatening, a clear warning to anything that comes too close. In the wild landscapes of Brazil and neighboring regions, encounters sometimes occur in unexpected places. During the day, wandering spiders often hide under rocks, inside crevices, or among clusters of vegetation. Occasionally, they seek refuge among harvested bananas, which gave the species another nickname, the banana spider. Despite the fear that surrounds it, the wandering spider plays a vital ecological role. By hunting insects and other small animals, it helps maintain balance within the rainforest ecosystem. Predator and regulator, hunter and guardian of balance. And yet, in the vast forests where it roams, the wandering spider is not the most chemically dangerous creature hidden among the leaves. Because nearby, perched on branches and shining with vivid colors, lives an animal no larger than a human thumb. A creature that needs no fangs, stingers, or venomous attacks. Its skin alone carries a toxin powerful enough to stop hearts. And yet, on the forest floor, an even smaller creature carries a far more potent venom. Morning mist drifts through the jungle like a living veil. Sunlight filters through towering trees, scattering into golden beams that illuminate the dense green world below. Leaves glisten with moisture. Insects buzz in the warm air. Every branch, every patch of moss, every drop of water seems alive. And among this explosion of life, flashes of color appear. A bright yellow form clings to the side of a leaf. Nearby, another frog shines in electric blue. Some are striped with black and crimson. Others glow in metallic tones that seem almost unreal against the deep green of the jungle. These small jewels of the forest belong to the family of poison dart frogs. Most measure no more than a few centimeters in length. They are small enough to fit comfortably on a coin. Yet their vivid colors serve as one of nature's clearest warnings. In the wild, bright colors often signal danger. To predators, these frogs clearly advertise their toxicity. A bird or snake that attempts to eat one quickly learns a painful lesson if it survives the encounter. Unlike venomous animals that inject toxins through fangs or stingers, poison dart frogs rely on a different strategy. Their poison coats the surface of their skin, turning their entire bodies into a defensive weapon. Any predator that touches or consumes them risks absorbing powerful toxins directly through the mouth or bloodstream. But the frogs do not produce these poisons themselves. Instead, the secret lies in their diet. Across the forest floor, tiny ants crawl through the leaf litter. Mites and other minuscule insects move among the decaying vegetation. Poison dart frogs feed on these creatures, consuming hundreds of them over time. Many of these insects contain toxic compounds which the frogs gradually store within specialized glands in their skin. Through this extraordinary process, the frogs transform simple prey into chemical armor. Among the many toxins found in these amphibians, one stands out as particularly extraordinary: batrachotoxin. This substance interferes with sodium channels that regulate nerve signals in muscles and nerves. When these channels fail, muscles can no longer function properly. The heart and nervous system quickly fall into chaos. In some species, such as the golden poison frog, the amount of batrachotoxin stored in a single individual can be lethal to dozens of humans. For centuries, indigenous communities in parts of South America recognized the power of these frogs. Hunters carefully collected certain species and used their toxins to coat the tips of blowgun darts used in hunting. Even a small wound could prove fatal to animals struck by these poisoned darts. It is a remarkable example of how human cultures have long observed and learned from the natural world. Despite their lethal reputation, poison dart frogs are not aggressive creatures. They spend their days hopping across the forest floor, searching for insects among damp leaves and moss. Males call to attract mates, their sharp chirps echoing softly through the jungle. Small guardians of a chemical secret. Yet even in this forest where poison shines in vivid colors, another predator waits silently among the leaves, a snake perfectly camouflaged against the forest floor. A hunter capable of striking with explosive speed, because the jungle still hides predators that strike with lightning force. In the tropical forests of Central and South America, the ground itself can be deceptive. Fallen leaves form a thick carpet over the forest floor, concealing roots, insects, and the slow decay that fuels the jungle's endless cycle of life. To an untrained eye, it is simply a mosaic of browns and shadows. But sometimes the shadows are alive. Perfectly still among the leaves lies one of the most dangerous snakes in the Americas, the fer de lance. At first glance, it is almost impossible to see. Its body displays a pattern of dark triangles and earthy tones that mirrors the forest floor with astonishing precision. This camouflage is no accident. For the fer de lance, invisibility is the foundation of its hunting strategy. The snake waits. Hours may pass without movement. Its body remains coiled beneath leaves and branches, with its head resting silently on the ground. To passing animals, it appears no different from the debris scattered across the jungle floor. Then the moment comes. A rodent scurries through the undergrowth, moving its snout as it searches for seeds and fallen fruit. It pauses only briefly before continuing on its path, directly toward the waiting predator. The attack is explosive. In a fraction of a second, the fer de lance lunges forward, its fangs sinking into the prey's body with needle-like precision. The snake immediately releases its prey, retreating back to its coiled position. The attack ends almost as quickly as it began, but the venom is already at work. Unlike the neurotoxins of cobras or scorpions that attack the nervous system, the fer de lance delivers a powerful hemotoxic venom. Hemotoxins attack the blood and surrounding tissues. Once inside the body, the venom begins to break down blood vessels, interfere with clotting, and destroy cells in the surrounding flesh. For small animals, the effects are devastating. Internal bleeding spreads rapidly, weakening the prey until it collapses somewhere nearby. Guided by its keen sense of smell, the snake then follows the trail to its fallen victim. In this way, the fer-de-lance hunts with patience and efficiency. Within the rainforest ecosystem, these snakes play an important role in controlling populations of rodents and other small animals. Without predators like them, the delicate balance of the jungle could quickly be disrupted. However, their ability to remain hidden also makes them particularly dangerous to humans moving through the forest. Many bites occur simply because someone gets too close without realizing the snake is there. Despite this reputation, the fer-de-lance is not an aggressive animal. Like most snakes, it prefers to avoid confrontation. Its camouflage and stillness are meant to conceal it from danger, not invite conflict. But when threatened, it can defend itself with surprising speed. Throughout the forests of the Americas, this silent hunter remains one of the jungle's most formidable reptiles, a master of ambush, armed with a venom that does not act through paralysis, but through destruction. And yet, the story of venom does not end on land. Beyond the dense tropical forests, where rivers flow into vast tropical seas, another realm harbors creatures whose toxins are even stranger. Because beneath the surface of the oceans, evolution has created some of the most extraordinary, venomous animals on Earth. Along the rocky coasts of the Indo-Pacific, the ocean retreats at low tide. Pools of seawater become trapped among fragments of coral and uneven rocks, forming miniature worlds where marine life waits for the sea's return. Small fish move among the rocks. Crabs scuttle sideways across the sand. Seaweed sways gently in the shallow water. At first glance, these tide pools seem harmless, quiet windows into the vast ocean beyond. But hidden among the rocks lives one of the most dangerous animals on Earth. No larger than a golf ball, the blue-ringed octopus spends much of its time hidden within crevices or beneath shells. Its body is soft, pale and unremarkable, allowing it to blend easily into its surroundings. To a casual observer, it appears almost fragile. Yet beneath this modest appearance lies a weapon of astonishing power. When disturbed or threatened, the octopus undergoes a dramatic transformation. Pulses of color ripple across its body as dozens of bright blue rings suddenly illuminate on its skin. These electric patterns flash like warning lights underwater, a signal to any predator that danger is near. Within the octopus's small beak lies a venom capable of killing a human in a matter of minutes. The toxin responsible is tetrodotoxin, one of the most potent neurotoxins known in nature. This compound works by blocking sodium channels in nerve cells, small gates that allow electrical signals to travel through the nervous system. When these signals are blocked, muscles can no longer respond. The victim becomes paralyzed. Breathing stops, movement disappears, yet the mind often remains conscious, trapped within a body that can no longer function. For small prey such as crabs or shrimp, the process happens quickly. The octopus approaches carefully, wrapping the victim with its flexible arms before delivering a precise bite. The venom flows into the prey, and within moments the struggle ends. But the most fascinating part of this lethal chemistry is that the octopus does not produce the toxin entirely on its own. Within specialized glands in its body, live symbiotic bacteria, microscopic partners that produce tetrodotoxin, the octopus provides a safe environment for these bacteria and, in return, obtains one of the most effective defensive weapons in the ocean. It is an extraordinary collaboration between species, bacteria that create a venom that protects their host. Despite its lethal potential, The blue-ringed octopus is not an aggressive animal. It prefers to remain hidden, avoiding confrontation whenever possible. Most encounters with humans occur only when someone accidentally disturbs the animal while exploring tide pools or handling shells. In nature, the bright blue rings serve as a final warning, a signal intended to prevent conflict rather than provoke it. Throughout coral reefs and shallow coastal waters, this tiny octopus survives through stealth, intelligence, and chemistry. A creature so small it could easily fit in the palm of a hand, and yet capable of wielding one of the most powerful toxins in the ocean. And, as astonishing as it may seem, even this extraordinary animal is just one example of the strange and lethal chemistry that thrives beneath the waves, because the ocean contains even stranger venomous creatures. Beneath the warm waters of tropical oceans, coral reefs rise like underwater cities. Their surfaces glow with color and movement. Schools of fish weaving among coral branches, starfish clinging to rocks, and delicate mollusks slowly gliding across the sand. Within this vibrant landscape, danger rarely appears threatening. Sometimes it looks like a shell. Resting silently on the sea floor is the beautifully decorated shell of the cone snail. Its surface is adorned with intricate swirls of brown, white, and gold, a natural design so striking that collectors have prized these shells for centuries. Yet within this elegant spiral lives one of the ocean's most extraordinary hunters. At first glance, a cone snail appears harmless. Like other snails, it moves slowly along the seafloor, using a soft, muscular foot. There are no claws, no visible teeth from the outside, nothing to suggest that the creature inside is capable of capturing fast-moving prey. But hidden within its body lies a weapon unlike any other in the animal kingdom. A microscopic harpoon. Inside the snail's mouth is a specialized structure known as a radula tooth, a small hollow spine shaped like a needle. When the snail detects nearby prey, this tooth is fired outward with astonishing speed, functioning like a biological dart. The harpoon pierces the victim's body and delivers venom directly into its bloodstream. For fish, the results are immediate. A small fish swimming along the reef suddenly freezes mid-motion. Its muscles lock, its nervous system overwhelmed by the venom flooding its body. Within seconds, the once agile swimmer drifts helplessly in the water. Slowly, almost indifferently, the cone snail extends its flexible mouth and begins to swallow its immobilized prey whole. The secret behind this incredible hunting strategy lies in the complexity of the venom itself. The venom of the cone snail is not a single toxin, but a vast chemical arsenal, often containing hundreds of different compounds known as conotoxins. Each of them targets specific nerve channels or receptors in the body, disrupting the signals that control movement, sensation, and vital functions. Together, these molecules create one of the most potent venoms known in nature. Some species of cone snails are so dangerous that divers have given them a grim nickname: cigarette snails. The expression reflects a dark joke, that a person stung by one might have time only to smoke a single cigarette. However, like many venomous creatures, cone snails are not aggressive animals. They attack only when touched or threatened, relying primarily on stealth and camouflage to remain unnoticed among the shifting patterns of light and shadow on the reef. For scientists, these snails represent more than just danger. Their conotoxins are so precise in the way they interact with nerve cells that researchers have begun to study them for medical purposes. Some compounds derived from cone snail venom are now being explored as powerful analgesics and neurological treatments. Nature's weapons, once again revealing unexpected possibilities. Across shallow reefs, cone snails glide silently along the ocean floor, armed with harpoons too small for the human eye to see, yet capable of delivering venom potent enough to stop life in a matter of moments. But even these lethal hunters are only part of the ocean's hidden story. Because beyond the reefs, drifting silently through tropical waters, another creature carries venom delivered not by fangs or harpoons, but by thousands of microscopic stinging cells. And in the deep blue, that wandering predator can be far more dangerous than it appears. In the warm coastal waters of the tropical Pacific, the sea can seem deceptively calm. Sunlight filters through the surface in wavering beams, illuminating a world that seems almost weightless. Small fish glide through the shallows. Seagrass meadows sway gently with the tide. And through these tranquil waters, something almost invisible moves. A translucent form drifts slowly, its cube-shaped body trailing long, delicate tentacles behind it. Unlike many marine predators, it does not chase its prey with speed or force. Instead, it moves with patient grace, letting the currents carry its hidden weapons through the water. This is the box jellyfish, one of the most venomous animals known on Earth. At first glance, the creature appears fragile. Its bell-shaped body is almost completely transparent, making it difficult to see even in clear water. But beneath this ghostly appearance lies a highly sophisticated system of microscopic weaponry. Behind the jellyfish extend dozens of tentacles that can reach several meters in length. Along these tentacles are thousands upon thousands of specialized cells known as nematocysts. Each nematocyst is a tiny biological harpoon. Under a microscope, these structures resemble coiled springs inside microscopic capsules. When triggered by contact, the capsule fires outward with astonishing speed, launching a barbed thread into whatever has touched the tentacle. In less than a millisecond, the nematocyst penetrates the skin and injects venom. For small marine animals, the effect is immediate. Fish that brush against the tentacles are struck by a storm of stinging cells, their muscles contracting as the venom begins to overwhelm their bodies. Within moments, the prey is paralyzed, drifting helplessly toward the jellyfish's mouth. But the venom of the box jellyfish is not designed solely for hunting. It is extraordinarily potent. The toxin attacks the heart, skin, and nervous system simultaneously. In severe cases, the pain of a sting can be so intense that victims experience shock within minutes. The venom can disrupt cardiac function and cause rapid cardiovascular collapse. For humans, encounters with box jellyfish are rare, but when they occur, the results can be devastating. However, this wandering predator is not malicious. It simply follows the ancient rhythms of survival, drifting through the ocean with silent purpose. Using simple sensory organs, the jellyfish is even capable of detecting obstacles and navigating shallow waters more actively than many other jellyfish species. In the vast blue expanse of tropical seas, its tentacles form an almost invisible net from which few creatures can escape once they touch it. It is a reminder that in nature, danger does not always roar or strike with visible force. Sometimes it drifts silently through the water, with its weapons hidden within structures too small for the human eye to perceive. Across the oceans, venom has evolved in countless strange forms. Fangs, stingers, harpoons, and microscopic darts. And yet, even among creatures with fins and scales, evolution has found new ways to arm predators with chemical defenses. Because, even among fish, venom has evolved once again. Throughout the sunlit bottoms of tropical coral reefs, life thrives in dazzling abundance. Fish of every color weave among the corals. Sea urchins cling to the rocks, Crabs slip through crevices. The reef pulses with movement, color, and hidden dangers. Amid the vibrant chaos lies a predator that has perfected the art of invisibility. The stonefish rests motionless, its rough, mottled body blending perfectly with the rocks and corals around it. At first glance, it could easily be mistaken for a simple fragment of the reef, a coral formation, a rock covered in algae. But this deception is deliberate. The stonefish relies on camouflage as its primary defense and hunting strategy, waiting silently for unsuspecting prey to come close enough. Its weapon does not lie in speed or teeth, but in its dorsal spines. Along its back, a series of needle-sharp spines are connected to venom glands. A careless step by a diver or fisherman is enough to trigger the mechanism. With pressure, the spines pierce the flesh and deliver venom that causes excruciating pain, swelling, and, in severe cases, systemic complications. The venom is potent, capable of immobilizing small fish and deterring much larger predators, including humans. When hunting, the stonefish moves with patience and precision. It waits until a curious fish or shrimp approaches, and then strikes with lightning speed, opening its enormous mouth in an instant. The prey is swallowed before it can react, unaware that danger was literally beneath its fins. Stonefish are extraordinary masters of both attack and defense. Their camouflage not only allows them to ambush prey, but also protects them from predators. Many reef animals cannot distinguish the stonefish from its surroundings until it is too late. Their bodies have been shaped by evolution to mimic the rough textures and mottled colors of rocks and coral, making them nearly invisible to the untrained eye. For humans, a stonefish sting is unforgettable. The pain is immediate and severe, often radiating along a limb. Swelling and tissue damage may follow. Medical intervention is usually required, and in tropical regions, antivenom is often available for severe cases. However, despite their fearsome reputation, stonefish are not aggressive. They attack only when provoked or accidentally stepped on. Within the complex reef ecosystem, these camouflaged predators play an essential role. They regulate populations of small fish and invertebrates, maintaining balance within the intricate web of life. Their presence encourages vigilance among prey, shaping behaviors and feeding patterns throughout the reef. Through coral gardens, lagoons, and rocky formations, the stonefish is a silent yet lethal force. A reminder that danger in the ocean is not always obvious. Sometimes it is hidden in plain sight, blending perfectly with the world around it, a testament to evolution's ability to create both beauty and lethality. From the camouflage of the stonefish to the stealth of wandering predators, coral reefs are a stage for some of the most fascinating interactions between venom, survival, and ecological balance. In this world, every color, movement, and texture tells a story of life, death, and adaptation. Deep in the shadowy heart of the rainforests of Central and South America, the undergrowth is thick, dark, and nearly impenetrable. Sunlight filters in fragments through the canopy, illuminating particles of dust and rain suspended in the air. The forest floor is a mosaic of fallen leaves, tangled roots, and the silent movements of unseen creatures. Within this living tapestry, a predator moves with patient and deliberate intent. The bushmaster is the largest venomous snake in the Americas, a jungle giant whose presence is felt more than seen. Reaching up to 4 meters in length, this formidable serpent commands respect in an environment full of competition and danger. Its body, with patterns of earthy browns and subtle yellows, allows it to blend perfectly with leaf litter and undergrowth, making it nearly invisible to the untrained eye. The Bushmaster is a master of patience and stealth. Unlike more active hunters, it relies on ambush tactics, remaining coiled as it waits for prey to pass by. Small mammals, birds, and amphibians unknowingly enter its range, their movements triggering the snake's acute sensory perception. With the precision of an expert predator, the Bushmaster strikes, delivering a hemotoxic venom that affects blood vessels and tissues, quickly immobilizing its prey. Hemotoxins are particularly devastating. They destroy cells and tissues around the bite site, break down blood vessels, and cause internal bleeding. For the prey, the effects are rapid, weakening muscles and organs, leaving the Bushmaster free to track and consume its victim calmly. For humans, a bite is rare but extremely dangerous, requiring immediate medical attention. Despite its lethal capabilities, the Bushmaster is elusive and rarely comes into contact with humans. Its solitary nature, nocturnal activity, and preference for dense and remote jungles make it one of the most mysterious snakes of the jungle. Indigenous communities have long respected its power, incorporating stories about the Bushmaster into their folklore and cautionary tales. In terms of behavior, the Bushmaster is notable for more than its venom. It is a clear example of how evolution shapes survival strategies. Its slow and deliberate movements, combined with excellent camouflage and a reliance on chemical weapons, allow it to thrive in one of the most competitive ecosystems on Earth. Unlike some snakes that chase or constrict, the Bushmaster has perfected efficiency, using minimal energy to achieve maximum effect. This combination of size, stealth, and chemical potency has allowed the Bushmaster to persist where many predators would fail. It is both a symbol of the hidden dangers of the jungle and a testament to the power of adaptation over brute strength. Across the Americas, snakes like the Bushmaster illustrate the diversity of venom strategies: neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and cytotoxins, all evolved to serve survival, predation, and defense. Each species tells a story of millions of years of selective pressures, shaping creatures capable of thriving in complex and often deadly environments. In the shadowy depths of the jungle, the Bushmaster moves like a ghost, a living reminder that evolution favors precision, patience, and the subtle application of chemical power. Its story is just one thread in the vast tapestry of venomous life, a window into the extraordinary strategies that nature has created over millennia. From the jungle floor to the desert sands, venom has emerged again and again, each adaptation a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Throughout the tapestry of life, nature has repeatedly arrived at the same solution: venom. From the deserts of the Middle East to the jungles of South America, from shallow coral reefs to the deep and shadowy oceans, unrelated creatures have developed the ability to deliver chemical weapons with devastating efficiency. This phenomenon, known as convergent evolution, occurs when different lineages face similar pressures and arrive at similar adaptations. A scorpion in the sand, a snake coiled among leaves, a spider roaming the forest floor, and an octopus hidden in a tidal pool. None of these animals share a recent ancestor in terms of venom, yet all have independently developed powerful biochemical arsenals. Why has venom evolved so many times? The answer lies in survival and efficiency. Hunting and defense require energy, and in the natural world, energy is always a valuable resource. Pursuing prey can be costly, exhausting, and risky. Instead, venom allows predators to immobilize, incapacitate, or kill their prey with minimal physical effort. A spider can paralyze an insect hundreds of times heavier than itself. A small octopus can subdue a crab without a struggle. Even the largest snakes can strike once and let the venom do the work, conserving energy and reducing the risk of injury. Venom is also remarkably versatile. It can target specific systems of the body. Neurotoxins disable nerves and muscles. Hemotoxins destroy blood and tissues. Cytotoxins break down cells. And complex cocktails can combine multiple effects simultaneously. This precision allows animals to overcome prey that would otherwise be too fast, strong, or dangerous to handle. In essence, venom acts as a force multiplier, an invisible extension of the predator's body that amplifies its effectiveness without increasing its physical size. Examples abound across ecosystems. Snakes, from cobras to bushmasters, have fangs to inject venom deeply into their prey. Spiders, such as the Brazilian wandering spider, roam in search of food, using their fangs and neurotoxins to paralyze insects before consuming them. In the oceans, jellyfish drift silently, delivering venom through microscopic stinging cells, while octopuses, like the blue-ringed octopus, use neurotoxins produced by bacteria to deter predators or subdue prey. Each adaptation reflects the same principle: survival through chemistry rather than brute force. Venom is not limited to hunting. It also serves as defense, a deterrent against predators much larger than the venomous animal itself. The bright coloration of poison dart frogs, the vivid blue rings of octopuses, or the sudden expansion of a cobra's hood warn that danger is present. In this way, venom allows small or seemingly vulnerable species to establish themselves in ecosystems that would otherwise be inaccessible to them. Across habitats and evolutionary lineages, the emergence of venom illustrates a powerful truth: evolution favors efficiency, precision, and adaptability. It transforms small and fragile creatures into formidable predators and allows even the slowest or most exposed animals to survive in competitive environments. From deserts to oceans, from tropical jungles to coral reefs, venom is a recurring solution in nature's toolkit, a strategy refined by millions of years of selective pressure. And as these creatures move, hunt, and survive, they remind us that life does not thrive through brute force alone, but through intelligent adaptation, innovation, and the invisible power of chemistry. Across the planet's ecosystems, venom has become more than a weapon. It is a strategy, a means of survival, and a testament to the ingenuity of evolution. The tropical rainforest is a world of constant motion and layered complexity. Towering trees rise toward the sun, their dense canopies filtering light into fragmented beams that illuminate the understory. Every leaf, vine, and branch teems with life, from insects crawling along stems to birds singing from the canopy and mammals moving silently through the shadows. In this crowded and competitive environment, survival is a delicate balance of stealth, speed, and adaptation. Among the multitude of inhabitants, venomous animals play a crucial role in maintaining the ecosystem. The rainforest is home to some of the most lethal snakes on Earth. Snakes such as the fer-de-lance and the bushmaster glide among leaf litter and fallen logs, coiled patiently in ambush. Their venom allows them to take down prey much larger or faster than themselves, from rodents to small birds, with minimal energy expenditure. These predators regulate prey populations, preventing overpopulation and the cascading effects it could have on vegetation and other animals. Frogs, tiny yet deadly, contribute in a different but equally vital way. Poison dart frogs perch on leaves or hop across the forest floor, their vivid colors announcing the chemical power hidden in their skin. Their toxins deter predators and keep their populations relatively stable, allowing them to hunt insects effectively while avoiding becoming prey. By controlling insect populations, these amphibians prevent outbreaks that could devastate plant life or spread disease, quietly maintaining balance in the understory. Spiders add another layer of control. Species such as the Brazilian wandering spider roam the rainforest floor at night, their long legs and keen senses detecting vibrations that signal the presence of prey. They hunt actively rather than relying on webs, paralyzing insects with precise neurotoxins that leave them defenseless. In doing so, spiders keep insect populations in check, indirectly protecting other small animals and the plants that insects feed on. The presence of these venomous creatures creates a dynamic balance between predator and prey, shaping behavior, movement, and even evolutionary traits throughout the rainforest. Prey animals learn to be cautious, adopting camouflage, nocturnal habits, or defensive strategies to survive. Predators, in turn, refine their hunting techniques, developing faster strikes, more potent venoms, or stealthier approaches. This constant arms race drives biodiversity, resulting in the lush complexity that defines rainforest ecosystems. Venom in the rainforest is more than a tool for killing. It is a survival strategy, a method for conserving energy, and a way of shaping interactions between species. It allows small animals to confront larger threats, ensures that predators can feed efficiently, and maintains the delicate balance that allows the forest to thrive. Throughout the rainforest, every coil of a snake, every flash of a frog's color, and every twitch of a spider's leg is a reminder of the invisible chemical battles that shape life in this green world. In these ecosystems, venom is both weapon and regulator, balancing life and death with a precision refined over millions of years. In the rainforest, survival is chemical, strategic, and beautifully interconnected, a living testament to the ingenuity of evolution. The desert is a realm of extremes. During the day, the sun scorches the Aramal with relentless intensity, turning the dunes into shimmering mirrors of heat. Rocks bake under the blazing sky, and life retreats into the shadows or hides in deep burrows underground. At night, the temperature drops sharply, and the landscape transforms into a cooler and more forgiving world where predators and prey emerge under the cover of darkness. In these hostile environments, survival demands specialization, and nowhere is this more evident than among the desert's venomous inhabitants. Scorpions, such as the deadly deathstalker, and vipers, such as sidewinders and horned vipers, have developed precise adaptations that allow them to thrive where few others can. Scorpions are masters of nocturnal hunting. During the day, they take shelter under rocks, inside crevices, or buried beneath the sand to avoid the lethal heat. At night, their glowing exoskeletons, visible under ultraviolet light, reveal them as spectral hunters moving silently across the dunes. Their long and delicate legs carry them over uneven terrain, while their segmented tails arch overhead, ready to strike with precision. A single sting delivers venom potent enough to paralyze or kill small prey, allowing the scorpion to conserve energy while capturing its food efficiently. Desert vipers, on the other hand, have perfected ambush tactics. Their camouflaged bodies blend seamlessly with sand and rocky terrain. Sidewinders, for example, use a unique method of locomotion that allows them to glide across loose sand with minimal friction, leaving distinctive tracks that often go unnoticed by prey. They strike quickly when rodents, lizards, or other small animals venture too close. Their venom, primarily hemotoxic, targets blood and tissues, rapidly immobilizing prey and reducing the effort required to capture it. Both scorpions and vipers have developed an extraordinary tolerance to heat. Scorpions possess cuticular adaptations that limit water loss, allowing them to survive without hydration for long periods. Vipers have scales that reflect sunlight and help regulate body temperature, while their nocturnal activity ensures they avoid the deadly extremes of daytime heat. Nocturnal life shapes behavior, hunting strategies, and predator-prey interactions in the desert. Prey species become sensitive to the slightest vibrations in the sand, moving cautiously to avoid predators that rely on stealth and speed. In turn, scorpions and vipers have heightened senses, detecting even the faintest movements through sensitive hairs or heat-sensing pits. These adaptations create a delicate balance in which life and death are separated by mere centimeters and fractions of a second. In the desert, venom is more than a weapon, it is a lifeline. For small and fragile animals in an environment that offers little cover and scarce resources, chemical defenses and precise hunting strategies are essential for survival. Each strike conserves energy, each sting secures a meal, and each encounter shapes the evolutionary arms race between predator and prey. Across the shifting sands, the desert's venomous creatures are both survivors and regulators, perfectly adapted to a landscape defined by scarcity, heat, and danger. They embody the relentless ingenuity of evolution, thriving where others would perish, and remind us that even in the most inhospitable places, life adapts, persists, and flourishes. Beneath the rolling waves of tropical oceans, life thrives in a world both beautiful and treacherous. Coral reefs burst with color, teeming with fish, invertebrates, and plants that sway with the rhythm of the currents. Yet, beneath the apparent serenity lies a hidden battlefield, where survival often depends on chemical weapons more than speed or strength. Venom in the ocean serves multiple purposes: hunting, defense, and competition. In shallow reefs, predators use it to immobilize prey quickly, conserving valuable energy in a world where every movement requires effort. In deeper, darker waters, venom becomes a vital tool for creatures that drift, hide, or move slowly, allowing them to capture food or defend themselves against faster and stronger animals. The cone snail is a perfect example of chemical ingenuity. These slow-moving mollusks appear harmless, their beautifully patterned shells blending with the reef floor. Yet each carries a microscopic harpoon, a radula tooth loaded with hundreds of conotoxins. A single strike can paralyze fish almost instantly, turning prey into an immobile meal without struggle. Cone snails demonstrate that in the ocean, lethality is not measured by size or strength, but by precision and chemical sophistication. Jellyfish, such as the box jellyfish, employ an even subtler method of chemical warfare. Their nearly invisible bodies drift in the water, carrying thousands of nematocysts along tentacles that can extend for meters. When triggered by contact, these microscopic harpoons inject venom designed to disrupt nerves, muscles, and the heart. For small fish and invertebrates, the effect is immediate. For larger animals, the sting is a powerful deterrent. Here, venom functions as both weapon and shield, allowing the jellyfish to exist in open waters with minimal defense by other means. Even creatures hidden within the reef itself rely on chemical deterrents. The stonefish embodies this strategy. Its camouflaged body blends perfectly with coral and rocks, yet each dorsal spine contains venom potent enough to immobilize predators or careless humans. For the stonefish, Invisibility combined with chemical defense ensures survival in one of the ocean's most competitive environments. Underwater, chemical warfare is a language that all creatures understand. Venom allows predators to capture prey more quickly, reduces energy expenditure, and keeps competitors at bay. It also shapes behavior, forcing prey species to develop greater vigilance, camouflage, or nocturnal habits. Coral reefs and ocean habitats are therefore arenas where evolution favors the silent strike of a toxin over brute force. Across both shallow and unfathomable depths, venomous marine animals demonstrate that survival in the ocean is as much a battle of chemistry as of strength or speed. From the tiny cone snail harpooning its prey to the drifting threat of a box jellyfish, and the hidden danger of the stonefish among the corals, the ocean is alive with invisible weapons, shaping life in ways most humans cannot even perceive. In these waters, the rules of survival are written in toxins, stings, and secret chemical arsenals. A submerged testament to the ingenuity of evolution and the remarkable versatility of venom. Throughout the natural world, venom is one of evolution's most remarkable innovations. A chemical arsenal refined over millions of years. For scientists, these complex mixtures of proteins, peptides, and enzymes represent not only lethal weapons, but also keys to understanding biology, physiology, and medicine. Studying venom is a delicate and meticulous process, requiring patience, precision, and often a deep respect for the creatures themselves. Researchers begin by collecting venom from living animals, whether a snake, a scorpion, a cone snail, or a jellyfish. Each specimen produces a unique cocktail of compounds, fine-tuned for a specific purpose, immobilizing prey, deterring predators, or aiding in digestion. Once extracted, the venom is analyzed using techniques such as mass spectrometry and chromatography, which separate and identify individual molecules. This allows scientists to understand the specific ways toxins interact with nerves, muscles, blood, or cellular systems. The implications of these studies are profound. Many venom compounds have shown remarkable potential as medicines. Take, for example, the conotoxins from cone snails. These small mollusks produce a venom that can paralyze prey within seconds. In humans, certain conotoxins act on pain pathways with extraordinary precision, leading to the development of powerful analgesics for conditions that resist traditional opioids. Unlike conventional drugs, these molecules target specific nerve channels, reducing side effects and offering hope to patients with chronic or severe pain. Venoms have also contributed to cardiovascular medicine. Some snake venoms contain peptides that affect blood pressure regulation. In fact, medications used to treat hypertension were derived from compounds originally discovered in pit viper venom. By mimicking the effects of venom on specific enzymes and receptors, scientists have developed treatments that save millions of lives worldwide. Oncology research is another frontier where venom shows promise. Certain toxins from scorpions, spiders, and even jellyfish demonstrate the ability to selectively target tumor cells, interfering with growth and signaling pathways without harming healthy tissue. Laboratory studies have revealed that these molecules can penetrate tissues, bind to receptors, and produce targeted effects, a level of precision that traditional chemotherapy often cannot achieve. Beyond direct medical applications, studying venom also illuminates fundamental biology. By observing how toxins interact with ion channels, receptors, and enzymes, scientists gain insight into how nerves transmit signals, how muscles contract, and how cellular communication operates. Venom becomes a lens through which the hidden machinery of life can be understood. However, this research is not without challenges. Extracting venom safely requires expertise and care. Each animal has developed unique defense mechanisms, and a single mistake can be fatal. Ethical considerations also guide how venomous creatures are handled, ensuring that their populations remain sustainable and their habitats protected. From pain relief to heart medications, from cancer research to uncovering the secrets of cellular function, venom exemplifies the ingenuity of nature and humanity's ability to harness it for life-saving purposes. What began as a survival tool in the wild, neurotoxins, hemotoxins, cytotoxins, has transformed into a foundation for science and medicine, revealing the hidden brilliance behind evolution's most lethal chemistry. In every drop of venom lies both danger and hope, a reminder that nature's most lethal substances can also become our most powerful allies. Throughout the world, venomous animals have inspired fear, myths, and cautionary tales. From the deadly bushmasters of the rainforest to the blue-ringed octopus hidden in tide pools, humans have long seen these creatures as symbols of mortal danger. However, the reality is far more nuanced than legend or folklore might suggest. Most venomous animals are not aggressive toward humans. Snakes, scorpions, and spiders rely on stealth and chemical weapons, primarily to hunt or defend themselves, not to seek conflict. The fer de lance, for example, remains coiled among leaf litter, patiently waiting for prey to come within reach. It strikes only when disturbed. Similarly, the blue-ringed octopus flashes its vivid warning rings and delivers venom only if provoked or handled. The intention is survival, not revenge. Humans are often the accidental threat. Walking through a rainforest, wading in shallow reefs, or exploring desert sands places us in the territories of these creatures. Our size, movement, and unfamiliarity can trigger defensive responses. However, for the animals, these encounters are rare and generally brief. A stonefish does not actively seek out swimmers. A deathstalker scorpion does not hunt humans. Encounters that result in bites or stings are usually a tragic coincidence, a clash between two worlds that rarely intersect naturally. Understanding the behavior of venomous species reveals a delicate balance within ecosystems. Predators, such as snakes and spiders, regulate prey populations, keeping insect and rodent numbers in check. Jellyfish and cone snails influence the structure of reef communities. Even venomous amphibians, such as poison dart frogs, play a role in controlling insect populations. Their chemical arsenals allow them to occupy ecological niches that might otherwise be dominated by larger or stronger species. Venom is, in essence, a tool of balance. It allows fragile or small animals to defend themselves, capture food efficiently, and maintain their place in the web of life. Predators and prey co-evolve, developing camouflage, caution, or chemical defenses in response to one another. Each strike, sting, or bite is a mechanism of survival, not malice. Myths and exaggerated fears have long shaped human perceptions. Stories of snakes hunting humans or scorpions seeking revenge are compelling, but they obscure the truth. Venomous creatures act on instinct, not intention. Education and respect for these animals reduce risk, allowing humans to coexist with them safely. Protective measures, watching where we step, avoiding handling wildlife, and understanding habitats can prevent most dangerous encounters. In the natural world, danger is real but measured. Venomous animals embody the principle that survival often requires chemical weapons, patience, and caution rather than brute strength. They remind us that ecosystems function through balance, not aggression, and that humans are only occasional accidental participants in their stories. Across forests, deserts, and oceans, venomous creatures maintain balance within the complex web of life. They are not monsters, but living symbols of nature's precision, powerful, efficient, and generally indifferent to human presence. Myths may excite, but reality teaches a more important lesson. Respect, observation, and understanding preserve both human safety and the delicate balance of life. Across the planet, from scorching deserts to shadowy jungles, from vibrant coral reefs to the deep, silent ocean, venom pulses through the natural world. It is invisible, often undetectable, and yet shapes life in subtle and profound ways. As we observe, creatures move with purpose, snakes coiling and striking with lightning precision, jellyfish drifting silently through sunlit waters, octopuses flashing bright warning rings in tide pools, each wielding a weapon refined over millions of years of evolution. Venom is not cruelty. It is efficiency, precision, and survival distilled into chemistry. Each drop, each sting, each injection serves a purpose: to capture food, defend against predators, navigate the competitive web of life. A cone snail harpoons its prey far faster than muscle alone could achieve. A scorpion induces paralysis while conserving energy. A poison dart frog warns predators with vivid colors, signaling danger without a single attack. These creatures do not act out of malice, they act to survive, to maintain their place in ecosystems that demand constant adaptation. Even the smallest animals can wield unimaginable power. The blue-ringed octopus fits in the palm of a hand, and yet its venom can stop a human heart. Tiny poison dart frogs contain chemicals lethal to dozens. A scorpion, barely visible beneath a desert rock, carries a sting capable of immobilizing a child. Evolution has shown time and again that lethality is not a measure of size or strength, but of ingenuity and adaptation. Across forests, deserts, and oceans, venom also serves as a teacher. It shapes behavior, instills caution, and drives co-evolution between predator and prey. Camouflage, nocturnal habits, chemical defenses, all are responses to the silent arms race that venom perpetuates. In this continuous dance of survival, life balances on instinct, chemical precision, and nature's hidden weapons. By observing these creatures, we are reminded that power is often invisible. It does not roar or charge with brute force. It waits, conceals itself, strikes with scientific accuracy. The venomous world is a testament to the delicate balance of life, where even the smallest participant can exert an influence far greater than its size. From the forest floor to coral gardens, from desert sands to ocean depths, venom connects ecosystems, predators, and prey in a web of cause and effect. It conserves energy, regulates populations, and ensures survival. And yet, it also inspires awe, an appreciation for the creativity of evolution and the complexity of life on Earth. As we conclude this journey through the most venomous creatures, one truth becomes clear: survival is not about cruelty, domination, or strength alone. It is about adaptation, ingenuity, and the chemical wonders hidden within creatures that often go unnoticed. In a single strike, sting, or bite, the planet reminds us of nature's brilliance. From the lethal precision of a snake's fangs to the silent warning of a flashing octopus, life's hidden weapons are everywhere. And while they may inspire fear, they also inspire awe. because even the smallest and most fragile animals can harness the forces of chemistry, shaping the world around them with unparalleled power. Across land, sea, and sky, the hidden arsenal of evolution continues to shape life, silent, efficient, and astonishingly effective. Around the world, humans have expanded their presence into every corner of the planet. Cities spread into forests, deserts are exploited, coral reefs are harvested, and coastlines transformed. In doing so, we have altered the habitats of countless creatures, including some of nature's most fascinating and feared inhabitants. Venomous animals. From rainforest snakes to desert scorpions, from reef-dwelling stonefish to drifting jellyfish, these species face challenges not from their natural predators, but from human activity. Habitat destruction ranks among the most urgent threats. Rainforests, home to bushmasters, fer-de-lances, and poison dart frogs, are cleared for agriculture and urban development. Each tree felled, each fragment of forest lost, reduces shelter and hunting grounds for these specialized predators. Animals that rely on camouflage, stealth, or ambush find fewer safe spaces, forcing them into closer contact with humans, often provoking fear, conflict, or even extermination. Climate change further complicates survival. Rising temperatures, shifting rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events alter the delicate balance of ecosystems. Desert species, such as vipers and scorpions, face altered prey availability and harsher conditions. Coral reef inhabitants, including stonefish, cone snails, and jellyfish, experience bleaching events and habitat loss as ocean temperatures rise and acidification weakens reef structures. Even tiny poison dart frogs struggle to survive as microclimates change or breeding pools dry up. Overfishing and human interference in marine environments also have cascading effects. Reef predators that depend on small fish or invertebrates face scarcity, while the removal of key species can lead to imbalances that threaten entire communities. Venomous animals, often misunderstood and avoided, are indirectly affected by these disruptions, even if they are not directly targeted. Despite widespread fear, venomous animals play essential roles in their ecosystems. They regulate prey populations, maintain ecological balance, and even influence the behavior and evolution of other species. Snakes and spiders control rodents and insects, preventing overpopulation and crop damage. Scorpions keep desert insects in check, while jellyfish and cone snails shape reef communities through predation. Removing these creatures risks destabilizing the intricate webs of life they help sustain. Protecting venomous wildlife requires understanding, awareness, and conservation. Preserving habitats, regulating human activity, and supporting research can help maintain the ecological balance that allows both venomous species and humans to coexist. Education reduces fear and promotes appreciation for the subtle yet vital roles these animals play in their environments. Among the countless species that share this planet, even the most dangerous deserve a place in the fragile web of life. Fear may dominate our instincts, but knowledge, respect, and conservation offer a path toward coexistence. By protecting these misunderstood animals, we preserve not only their survival, but also the balance of ecosystems upon which all life depends. From rainforest floors to desert sands, from coral gardens to the open ocean, venomous creatures continue to fulfill their roles. Silent regulators, efficient predators, and living testaments to the brilliance of nature. Ensuring their survival protects a world as complex, delicate, and astonishing as the very chemical compounds that make them extraordinary.